fuck? It's working. Is it working on Kick? It's fucking working on Kick, baby! We're fucking here! Yo! I'm live. Sorry, Mattia. Thank you for your help, buddy. Love it. Thank you. We'll use this. We have now got streams. Oh, wait, is that thing clipping around? Is that clipping around or is that going? Oh, okay, we're good. 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 Midwest in the house. Midwest, motherfuckers. Midwest is the best. Just remember the Midwest. All right, well, we can then drop Kick off of that. Watching, go back to our chat. We should be good. And then we're going to go to FIFA. And now we're going to go to FIFA. Now we're going to go to FIFA. Is there a fucking key for this one or no? I think I even have a key set up for that. Yo. I ain't got room for all the bullshit. What's taking this bitch so long? I don't know. We got a minute here. Let's plug our controller in, get ready for a game of FIFA. I like it. We got what? 4 outputs going now? Something like that, maybe. What destinations do we got? Looks like we're good. Let's see what's going on here then. Let's check this one. Oh yeah, that should be working. That should be working. Cool. Let's go, baby. And I can run some other shit now while I'm doing that. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let me catch up with this stuff while we go. All right, I feel good about this. Are we on this screen? Cool. We'll load that. We'll go back.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
We're good. Here. Shortcut. Yeah. Back to this. I'm done with the Tracy Chapman story. Sorry, but you know.
Big, the Federal Reserve is paying attention to it.
We have 5 restaurants still. I'm full. You had 8 fries.
You had half
I'm doing my best for the record. I have so many French fries. I'm going to have a heart attack. Will you pay my bills out of insurance?
Judy, you have literally had a total collective of 10 fries. If you have a heart attack, I'm punching you in the chest so hard for being a bitch. No friend of mine. No podcast goes to mine is dying to 10 fries.
I've had at least 30 for the record.
You are literally an American born and bred. Okay? There's no way 10 fries takes you down. No shot.
Okay, well, guess we'll see.
She's out here acting like.
really fed up with it.
The only way to save America is for Republicans to grow and spine.
Definitely not fucking doing it. I'm have to click into every one of those. Oh, we're gonna be Argentina, okay? Yes.
You just watched the intro sequence for Marjorie Greene's podcast titled Battleground. And as you can see, lots of imagery there featuring guns, bullets, Marjorie Greene saying she's sick.
Numerous toys so big, the Federal Reserve is paying attention to it. They say it could generate for her concerts $4.6 billion.
Let's go.
That's a lot of money. Maybe, maybe the White House should consider hiring Taylor for the campaign.
She would be better qualified than a lot of the people currently working in the White House. So I think that would be a great idea. But the thing about this tour is not only are people going to the concerts, but they're getting hotel rooms, they're buying plane tickets, they're spending money in these communities when they go and see the concerts.
Swifties are stimulating the economy, and that's not according to me. That's actually according to the Federal Reserve, who released a statement about it just last week. So the Philadelphia Federal Reserve specifically noted on Wednesday, when it released its summary on how the economy is doing, that all of this economic activity surrounding Taylor Swift's tour, her Eras tour, is actually stimulating local economies where she is performing. So they wrote this: despite the slowing recovery in tourism in the region overall, one contact highlighted that May was the strongest month for hotel revenue in Philadelphia since the onset of the pandemic, in large part due to an influx of guests for the Taylor Swift concerts in the city. And the singer held 3 shows in May at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, which has an estimated capacity of over 70,000 people. And while Swifties absolutely love her, and I'm sure enjoyed being in the same place as 70,000 other people, I would rather literally be anywhere else. And that's not a comment on Taylor Swift, that's a comment on being around 70,000 people. But nonetheless, good news.
All right. I mean, she's a one-person stimulus package. Look, I'm lost track of music a long time ago. None of you are surprised by that. And so I have no commentary on whether Taylor Swift deserves those accolades. But it doesn't really matter, because what matters is people actually showing up. And they do. So congrats to her. I love that it's helping the economy.
Congrats to her.
Yeah, but like literally, like she's
making
creating. She's making paper, but she's also creating jobs.
She is, yeah.
Right, and she's getting a lot of people, more capital, etc.
If San Francisco were smart, they would do a permanent residency for Taylor Swift.
I know, right? So, like, you know how Celine Dion and some others go and
in Vegas,
stay in Vegas, and they do their act night after night. If Taylor Swift did that with San Francisco, she might be able to revive the entire city.
Right.
So, I mean, it is kind of legendary. So
let me give you some examples of actual numbers. So 2 concerts in Las Vegas helped revive tourism to pre-COVID levels, for instance. So that was back in March. And on top of that, earlier this month, Cincinnati officials credited Swift and her Eras tour with helping downtown hotels gross more than $2.6 million, and surrounding Hamilton County hotels gross more than $5.3 million. It's a lot of money, man. Wow. And the tickets are pretty expensive. Like, you really gotta love her to go through the pain and agony of securing the tickets, paying for the tickets, and then on top of that, paying the expenses necessary to go to her concert, right? Especially if you're going to a concert out of town.
Yeah, I want to give Taylor Swift and Beyonce fans some credit here, because, like, everyone involved in any form of media gets torn down eventually. Oh, you did X wrong, you did Y wrong. And Taylor Swift has taken on a couple of political positions as well. But I think everybody's afraid of the Swifties, and they're afraid of the Beehive. Or whatever Queen Bee's fans are called. I don't want to confuse them with the K-Hive of Kamala Harris, which is pretty much extinct.
There might be a little bit of crossover, but different groups, yes.
Yes. Okay, but anyways. Like, despite being in the public a lot, and despite taking rather good stances by Taylor Swift, etc., they don't get tons of pushback.
Hold
Okay.
I mean, what is America if not the country where we love to build people up and then tear them down, Jake?
Right. That's why I'm like,
It's coming.
man, the
Eventually.
Swifties
So brace for impact, Taylor.
No, for sure. But the Swifties and the Beehive are so strong that people are a little hesitant to mess with them because then they swarm.
Sure. I mean, but I guess what I'll say is neither one of them have really given anyone a reason to come after them. Other than Kanye West, who embarrassed himself during it was the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
When Taylor Swift won an award that I forget which category it was, my bad, but she was up against Beyonce, and so when Taylor Swift won, Kanye West interrupted her acceptance speech and actually didn't really let her finish.
Yeah, no, and I'm going to let you finish in a minute, but Taylor Swift, I think, came out unscathed from
Totally, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and by the way, she should be unscathed. She didn't do anything wrong. Kanye's a good, crazy man who jumped out on the stage. And Beyonce came out relatively unscathed, and she should have been unscathed because she didn't do anything wrong either, right? But I'm telling you, they've been involved in things, and just these days, people get torn down for nothing at all. And Taylor Swift is actually in a couple, and has been involved in a couple of like moments where she's fought back against Ticketmaster and other things.
Right.
So go get her. Adding to the economy, and apparently Teflon Taylor. And good job on the fans.
You can't say Teflon Taylor. She hasn't done anything offensive, right? Like, honestly, I can't really think of an example of her really sticking her neck out and saying something like super controversial that would lead to backlash. You get what I'm saying? She's got a wholesome brand. Mm-hmm. She seems lovely. There's really nothing standing out that I can think of that would make her a controversial figure. You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, she's stimulating local economies. Let's go to Chicago. Chicago tourism officials said last month that the city broke hotel occupancy records during the first weekend of June, thanks to Swift shows at Soldier Field, with more than 44,000 hotel rooms occupied each night and $39 million in total hotel revenue. Bananas.
Damn. Anyway, either way, hats off. Great job, Swifties. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.
This is a complete Amazon affiliate marketing tutorial for beginners. We're going to take you through how to become an Amazon affiliate step by step, covering the complicated rules and requirements so that you can get set up in the Amazon Associates program the right way. With most affiliate.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a simple finish in the end. But where was the defending? That's just not good enough. The managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes.
I'm a historian of nuclear weapons, and today I'm here to talk about the science behind often. Probably one of the coolest stories we've ever had the chance to be a part of. Our DMs are always open for stuff like this, guys, and shouts out to Bobby Plays for bringing this one to our doorstep. That being all around a Call of Duty mobile player who has one of the coolest stories I've heard in a long time, involving somehow a McDonald's restaurant, it's pretty crazy. As today we talk about Mago, a Call of Duty mobile player who is actually a professional player going for COD Mobile Champs. It is the biggest event they have throughout the entire year, and unfortunately for Mago, after spending 2 months training with the team, I believe, at one of their team houses, he was dropped last second by his COD Mobile roster. Heartbroken, obviously, as apparently this is pretty close to a roster lock, and spending so much time with the team, it's a pretty big thing to all of a sudden now be homeless and have no team to actually compete with. And it was by some miracle last second he was picked up by a different roster, and so he started to compete with them instead during the regionals of COD Mobile Champs. Again, a gigantic tournament to be involved in, and so at a motel, he apparently had, not the proper internet to actually compete. Even in a mobile tournament, you gotta have good internet. So he hopped down to a local McDonald's restaurant to compete from McDonald's. And the craziest part about this story is he ends up from a McDonald's restaurant. After sitting in the restaurant competing all day long, from that McDonald's, he beat the same team that had previously dropped him. I can't believe this is actually a real story, and it's one of the best.
Marcos Acuna. Di Maria.
Anything else?
And so then you got picked up by this team, and you were playing out of McDonald's, and you beat the team that dropped you. Is that how that went down?
Okay, so yeah, the story is like this. So I go to McDonald's, I have a little bit better Wi-Fi, and I start playing there, and we beat the team that they dropped me. So yeah, what's crazy? That's why I just get crazy. I say like, oh my god, bro, this is history, bro. For real, man. Like we started like practicing and all that shit, and the team.
About this, like, did an employee come up to you? Did you have to go ask them? Like, how did that work?
Like for real, to be honest, I just get I have like in the match of yesterday, I get on McDonald's like quick, so I don't even have time to ask. I have 10 minutes to get in McDonald's because the internet here it was so unstable, like so bad. So I just get crazy. I say, oh my god, I need to go to McDonald's again.
And so we got the chance to talk to him about this whole experience. At the point of us recording, I believe they're 2-2. They got a couple matches upcoming this week as well. They need to win to actually qualify to go to COD Mobile Champs to represent the North American region. It is just so awesome, and it's just like such a cool storyline you don't see too often. I never would have seen it unless Bobby Plays or someone from the mobile scene would have sent it to me, and so that's why our DMs are always open for these kind of incredible stories. Ever since posting for the first time, we will be posting again as well. He has been sent several donations to help pay for some of his McDonald's meals because he's been sitting at a McDonald's restaurant sometimes all day long until the restaurant even closes. And this guy is doing call-outs and comms to his teammates while in a freaking McDonald's. Like, how ridiculous is that?
Get there, sit down, say, okay, I will try to, like, my voice a little bit low, you know, like, to not make people, like, get annoyed. And even that, the people look me weird, you know, not the people, like, they're cooking or whatever, no, the people, like, you know, the random people, they're like, what's doing this guy there, you know?
Are you making call-outs at the McDonald's?
Yeah, I need to do it, bro, like, and then looking at, like, bro, what the fuck is doing this guy? Like, they're like that, like, for real. And I was like, shit, man. I know like it's weird, but in this occasion I don't have any choices. You know what I'm saying? Turn off the lights because they're closed. You know, and I was there already. I was like there. And I was like, I'm uploading my video on YouTube, bro. I cannot get out of here, bro. Like, I need to upload my video, bro. And that won't happen, bro. Like,
So how long were you there then? Because obviously you were there until they closed, which I didn't even know McDonald's closed. So, like, how long for the day were you there?
yeah, because that McDonald's, like, you can buy, I think it's 24 hours, I think, but it's like serving card. It's not always you can get in, you know? So I was in, like, 11 and a half. I was there, and they just started, like asking me, yo, the lobby is closed. I know, I'm just 2% of my video, and that's it. I told them, and yeah, that will happen. But yeah, I'm
there.
Yeah,
You're there for 11 hours? So super cool to share these kind of stories. Thanks to all of you guys who've been leaving likes and comments on this stuff and subbing for this kind of stuff. We've been loving to do these interviews. So if you guys have stories like this one, our DMs are always open. Till next time, drink up, all right? Plenty of coffee. You need it. I'll see you back here sometime soon.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. Today I'd like to answer a question that I received from an audience member because I believe it's a genuinely good question, and I hope that people at Apple are actually watching this video. This email goes as follows. Hi Lewis, I've been watching your content for many years, and I noticed that you tend to have an anti-Apple bias. I wonder why. I'm curious, if they were actually to make their products in a manner that allowed you to be able to repair them, would you still be anti-Apple, or would you be open to working with them and being nicer to them in the future? This is an excellent question. You can actually find the answer to this question 4 years ago when the Apple Independent Repair Provider Program came out. When Apple released the Independent Repair Provider Program, I released this video that 4 years later, my audience still clowns me about every effing day. Congratulations, Apple, for doing a good thing. Apple helps independents buy OEM parts. The thumbnail of this video is Thank You Apple, turning over a new leaf. In this video, I'm discussing the Apple Independent Repair Provider Program, which will allow repair shops like mine to be able to purchase parts, get access to documentation, and be able to fix their products. Even though the program had no details released yet, I assumed the best of Apple, and I assumed that regardless of any of the stuff they've done for the past 10 to 15 years that has always been anti-repair, that people can always change. I always tried to assume the best going forward so that anybody within the company that may have been sympathetic to our industry, sympathetic to our needs, would not feel demotivated to actually try. And in this video, obviously, again, my audience completely clowned me because they released a program that, in my opinion, was utter garbage. I went over why this program is garbage in this video. Lewis dismantles Apple's PR stunt repair program. I went over that here. Apple's repair program is a sham. I go over that here. The lower rungs in the economic ladder are gone, where I'm going over the parts that we no longer get access to, even if you do sign up for this program. I go over that here, where there's ships that we cannot get access to in these programs. Here I'm talking about a customer that wanted to leave me a 1-star review because I wasn't able to get access to what I needed to fix his product, and I had a phone call from him after this video was done, and he still didn't trust me. His words, not mine. Apple has said that they have released all of this stuff in the Independent Repair Provider program. If you're not fixing my device, you must be lying because you don't want to help me, because Apple claims they made everything available. Needless to say, this program that I was congratulating Apple for releasing in this video, and happy to turn over a new leaf on, was a complete slap in the face. It was put there preemptively to try and get in front of right to repair legislation and be there to tell legislators, look, we already have self-repair, we already have independent repair provider programs, you don't need to legislate any of this, just go away and let us continue to do what we do, which is print money by getting people to buy products and not supporting third parties and fixing them. However, if Apple were to actually make a concerted effort, I would be more than happy to sing their praises for their repair programs if they actually wanted to work with the independent community and with people that wanted to be able to fix their products. I have no problem turning over a new leaf. Again, I've been on this channel for 8 years now going overall. In this video here, I'm talking about how you used to get access to very, very detailed diagnostic tools, and now you literally get an error code that shows up in the computer that tells you to take it to an authorized service center. I'm more than happy to let bygones be bygones if all of this stops. Again, stuff like not allowing an independent repair shop to replace the sleep sensor, like this, if all of this were to stop, if we were to be able to come to an impasse, I would be more than happy to sing the praises of whoever works at Apple that would have made it possible for us to be able to work on new products again. What makes me passionate about this field is seeing the look on customers' faces when I'm able to recover data that was not synced to iCloud. I like being able to save somebody money, the things they have hit in their stomach stress. They think that they just lost $3,000 and they actually just have to pay a $200 to $300 speeding ticket to the technician that fixes their problem rather than go straight to jail and buy a new MacBook. I like seeing people that tell me I used to work at Walmart and make minimum wage, now I have my own business and I'm making good money and I can support myself and my family off of fixing things. This makes me happy. Spreading the craft of repair makes me happy. Getting people to contribute guides to my nonprofit's website so people can fix things even if they don't have full expertise, and getting them up to speed on that expertise makes me happy. I want to see more people into the field. This is not just about some war, Lewis versus Apple. I want to see actual, honest-to-God, positive change. And if there are people that work at Apple that are open to just extending even the tiniest of olive branch to show that they're not screwing with us anymore, I would happily take all of the content that I do on this channel talking about the design flaws year after year after year and anti-repair practices. I would push it aside and make way for a new, happy, collaborative future. I'd even be open to working with how they can improve any of their own internal repair programs so that they can work better and service their customers better. I appreciate what the craft has done for me, and my way of giving back would be making sure that everybody who has their device fixed, whether by Apple, another independent, themselves, or by me, has an excellent experience. And I would be more than happy to contribute to that in any way possible. I personally find it ridiculous that we're literally almost 11 years into this, and I am actually less able to get access to parts now than I was in the past. Again, in this video, I'm going over the parts that used to be available damn near 10 years ago that are not available now. My website for my own business has pages that I've had since 2009 on archive.org that I've updated to say, sorry, I can't get these parts, I can't help you, when 10 years ago I could, when I was working in a park. It is kind of ridiculous at this point, and I'm honestly at the point where I genuinely don't care about all the animosity. I genuinely don't care for the showing up to legislatures. I genuinely feel like and I mean this in the most grateful way possible. I know this is gonna sound ungrateful. This is gonna sound off, but I mean it in the best way possible. I don't want to wait to do this video until I figure out the right way to say it. Like this, like again, I have a nonprofit that has genuinely appreciate every single one of those donations. You can see I use them here. But like the mere fact that I'm using donations to pay lobbyists, to show up to state houses, to do all this stuff so that like some kid where I was 15 years ago who wants to start his own business can get access to a charging chip. It just seems so like why can't we be friends kind of thing, you know? Like,
I got promoted.
I'm really at that whole why can't we be friends part of it. Again, we've gotten a bill passed in Minnesota. We got a bill passed in New York, even though it's kind of BS. We're going to get a bill passed in California and a few other states in the next 2 years. I guarantee it. But at the end of the day, it's so much fighting. It's so much wasted resources. Like, how much money is Apple giving to attorneys and people that have nothing to do with making the products better? How much money that I've collected from my own audience is going to lobbyists and grassroots activists? And again, I'm sure they're good people. I'm sure some of them at least are good people.
3 games remaining. I'm gonna get that.
My point here, like, it's just, I just want to spend time fixing stuff, and I just want to spend time making it easier for other people to fix stuff. And I want
play
customers
the
to get
Madden.
things back that work again in the easiest manner possible, and I want them to have choices.
Let's play a little Madden.
When I look through these spreadsheets and I just see like 10,000 of this lobby, 20,000 of this lobby, 30,000 of this lobby.
Destinations, update title.
It just seems so. And again, to be clear, I'm not ungrateful for everybody who gave to my nonprofit 2 years ago. Thank you. But it just seems like
how
so
can Madden
much
not be on this?
so much. Why can't we just be friends? So yeah, I would really say that. To answer your question, which I think is a good one, you could just listen to how I sounded in this video 4 years ago. I am always willing to turn over a new leaf, and I'm always willing to assume the best of somebody, even if it's somebody who is wrong.
I guess
even
that's
if it's
why
somebody
we're
who
gonna
has a very
have
contentious
to update
relationship
all
with.
that shit
I'm
manually.
always willing to move the ball forward. All
I have to
is the
update all
ability
that
to
shit
get commands through you,
manually.
rather than having to pirate them through Venefix or
if this thing should.
or some other
Okay,
reason.
coach. Thanks,
When the
coach.
computer's out, not having to wait forever. All we want is the
good.
ability to go to Mouser.com or DigiKey or any sort of chip distributor and be able to request, can we buy this charging chip? Can we buy this backlight driver? Things like that, so that we can do very basic repairs. We don't even want you to make the parts available. We would just simply like the ability to go to an LG broker or an AU Electronics broker and buy the thing that I'm holding in my hand in this horrible frame that I decided to freeze it on, so that we can do the repairs. I'm not even asking you to stock the part. Just let them know that they can sell to a small number of people, even if you don't want them selling to everybody, that can then resell to everybody else. I don't mind if I gotta buy that thing through Asset Genie or Screen Cut.
Hi, welcome to another Cold Fusion video.
What up,
In the consumer-driven modern world, the boundaries of individual business sectors are becoming increasingly blurry.
The Super Bowl ready to
Some examples are understandable, like the hardware
Okay,
manufacturer
Super Bowl on
IBM
this
shifting to
Twitch.
investing in software, or Lego infiltrating the film and video game market. But others are a little harder to comprehend. Some companies have realized that one of the best ways to make money is to be in the business of money, that is, the financial sector. In recent times, highly unconventional players have entered the money game. Apple is one with their credit card, but Starbucks is another. Founded in 1971, Starbucks is the most famous name in cafe beverages.
Anyone that can finance you on
They
one
managed
end.
to use customer funds to launch a clever investment scheme. Investing customer money without their knowledge, or even providing any returns to said customer, sounds like something that should be illegal. But if it's done in the way that Starbucks has done it, it's very much legal. Coffee shop on the outside, and financial institution behind the scenes.
You buy your shit
It's so bizarre
beforehand.
that
Before
it
you even
deserves
made
a
that
deeper look.
purchase, you said, "Oh, I'm
In
gonna
this
throw this
episode,
bucks
we'll
down."
take a look at their business model, dissect the mechanics behind its quasi-banking operations, and we'll also see how it differs from the conventional banking system.
Let me fill my phone up with $50 on my phone. I'm not actually using it.
The key to this clever plan is the My Starbucks Rewards system. Established in 2009, on the surface, it's a simple concept. Starbucks offers a mobile app where you can store value in your Starbucks account.
Here you go.
You load up on funds using your credit or debit card,
There
and
you
Starbucks
go.
instantly receives the cash.
It's
Meanwhile, for the
blockchain.
customer, they earn a digital currency called stars, which
Cryptocurrency.
accumulates with every purchase.
Starbucks.
Eventually, these stars can be exchanged for food, drinks, or other merchandise.
Yeah, there you
For
go.
example, after 10 stars,
It's
you
like
get
an
free drink.
NFT.
And this is the incentive to get
One-time
customers in.
use.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Scan the QR
So
code.
far, it resembles a reasonably straightforward reward system, only with a few extra steps. But there are some clever tactics taking place in the fine print.
It'll work. And a penalty
While it
on
is
you.
marketed as a digital version of a punch card, it's actually a very clever way for Starbucks to invest your money without you even noticing. Starbucks essentially receives an interest-free loan from its vast clientele every time they load money into the reward system. And while you wait to purchase your next coffee, Starbucks is busy earning interest on your hard-earned money. When customers upload their funds to their Starbucks cards, the company invests this money in short-term, low-risk ventures.
What a run out of the gate!
It's about 0.05%.
Woo!
The sheer scale
Love
of
what you're
customer
doing
base
out
means
there,
that
kid.
this arrangement can be
Keep it
very
up.
lucrative. There are 29 million Starbucks Reward members around the world. Some estimates say that upwards of $10 billion a year comes through the loyalty program. The value of the system is so grand and so valuable that if Starbucks was a traditional bank, it would rank in the top 2% of US banks by deposit size. Some of these funds deposited by customers may not ever be spent. A 2018 estimate deduces that the company earned $155 million simply from customers who forgot about their cards.
You didn't get back to the line? Come on.
Of course, the company isn't so brazen about its inadvertent banking operations. The system is skillfully obscured behind a curtain of customer service and convenience. The customers feel satisfied, rewarded, and none the wiser. On the surface, the reward system seems to be a clear win-win situation. But there is a bit of a grey area.
He's fucking running through the hole. He's going for 10.
He's
going for 10. He's going for 10 anytime that I want. He's going for
a
10.
A free loan that can be used to finance their business operations. While it's not technically illegal, it does feel morally ambiguous. Almost like the customers are getting the short end of the deal.
Reset
But
play.
people may argue that it's not their life savings in the account, and the customers are getting free items out of it. So who really cares? Well, consumer watchdogs do. They note that although the Starbucks model offers convenience, it might also encourage increased spending. They state that the psychology of preloaded cards often leads to consumers
You did not
more than they otherwise
just do
But
that.
from a pure business perspective, Starbucks has virtually found a way to get
No
money.
fucking
And
way.
after that success, there's bound to be other unrelated companies that are getting in the business of money. And that's what's happening. Everyone from Amazon, Apple, to Walmart, Target, and Costco are following suit. These companies have two things going for them: a strong established consumer customer base and a strong brand identity. It's a potent combination where they can mix primary goods and services with financial services. Combined with consumer convenience and benefits, the customers are bound to eat it up. Apple entered finance
And the
with Apple Pay
catch.
and partnered with Goldman Sachs to launch the Apple Card, an exclusive credit card to their customers. Walmart launched the Walmart Money Card, a reloadable prepaid debit card, as well as Walmart to Walmart, a peer-to-peer money transfer service. Despite these financial services, these companies, unlike banks, face less stringent regulations, but this may soon change, at least a little bit. Government bodies are starting to notice the trend of financial services coming from seemingly random companies. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is leading the charge in the United States. They've proposed new rules requiring companies offering certain financial services, including payment processing and money transfer, to register and comply with user protection laws. Also, some states, like New York, are pushing these companies to obtain a license for providing such services.
Bam. He wanted to
And it's
score
not
for
just the
himself,
United States
and he
that's
needed
taking
one, and he
notice.
gave it to him, and he said,
Globally,
when company said,
countries are
go
recognizing
ahead,
the
bro, dude.
implications
I
of
ran
this
that
type
ball
of
all
law.
the way down the
In
field
the
for you.
European Union, new rules are proposed requiring companies offering specific financial services to be licensed by the European Central Bank.
That's what they get for
The
holding you to
United
that
Kingdom
fucking
now
line of
necessitates
scrimmage run.
such businesses to register with
We're
the
gonna beat
Financial
them.
Conduct
You're gonna beat
Authority.
them again, bro.
And in
Let
Australia,
you know,
they must
we
obtain
have
a
all the
license from
confidence in the
Australian
world in you,
Securities and
quarterback.
Investments
We've
Commission.
done it all season.
The
We're gonna
effectiveness
do
of
it
these
this game
efforts
too.
remains to be
We're gonna come out of here with the Lombardi Trophy and go back to Chicago and celebrate.
as the boundaries of
Want you
traditional
all to
business
know
sectors
that.
blur. An era where something as simple as a coffee shop rewards program can morph into interest-free financial services without customers ever noticing is pretty peculiar. It is strange that a coffee corporation
Yep,
is acting
got
like
him
a bank
before the
without
20.
regulations.
You shouldn't have run that back.
Although
Now let's see what our
under
D can
scrutiny
do.
from authorities, as long as nothing goes wrong, Starbucks isn't going to be on the radar. But what do you guys think? Do you think Starbucks should be more transparent in what they're doing with consumer funds? Do laws need to be changed? Or do you think what they're doing is absolutely fine, as long as the customers are happy? It's an interesting murky grey area, so I'm interested to see what you guys think about the comments. Just some housekeeping before I go. I've collaborated with the Australian Broadcasting Corporation's channel for a 3-part series on AI. The first episode is going to be released within 24 hours.
No way.
I'll link to that below. Thanks in advance to those who've given it a watch. Okay, so that's about it from me. Thanks for watching. My name is Dagogo, and you've been watching Cold Fusion, and I'll catch you again soon for the next episode. Cheers, guys.
Boy. It's new thinking.
I told a story about sleeping on the sidewalk to audition for Last Comic Standing back in 2004. And when I got back to material, it started pouring. In the year 1969, my parents were working less than 2 hours to go.
No one got any question.
You said we're in Tennessee. The rain's all over the place.
He shedded the block right into him. He didn't be able to get there. Alright, you got this. Bend don't break, you're good. Still good. Still in this, you're still good. No way. There's no way he gets a 10-yard pass after me breaking through like that. Oh my God, the defense is falling apart out here, bro. Defense is falling apart. I'm sorry, I'm going to my own conditions.
If you're unfamiliar with Dallas means last remain facing strategy. That's an important skill they would have. Company flow of crap during a tornado warning.
There you go.
There was a tornado warning. We're like, no, go to Zany's. I was doing an unrelated joke about storm coverage. Any storm is always related to this joke better not we're coming around.
Yo! Bend don't break! That's how a defense gets it done. That's a great job, D. That's a great job. I'll take 3 all day, every day, all the time. Go on the field, give them 3. It's okay. You did not break. You let them charge all the way down the field, and you put up a stand in the red zone. That's all you need to do. I love it. I love that. Now let our offense go do what they do. I love it. Oh, damn, got up there, baby. One to beat. One to beat. Yeah, what a run. What a run. Oh, no flags! No flags! How are you gonna do that to your bro?
Here's some fun from the Q&A.
So much people are afraid to talk back to you now.
Oh, he's open. He's wide open. We said, let me open it up with the arm now. You want to give me that call? Fuck off. Yep, move that guy out. Oh, this guy, yep. What a run! What a cut in like that! I thought you almost blew it up, bro. You just made something happen out of nothing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Well, we're going to.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
Almost got through there. I didn't read that right, but I've still got 6.
That's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's him.
And we close the show with Needy Corbin, a resident artist.
What a I shouldn't have fucking stuck after that, but that was how he got through it. Oh my God. What? Why is that? I said X.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Still really fine fantasy.
Going up the gut. Montgomery.
Oh my God! He said everyone in my way is going down. I'm not bouncing off. Moving in. Woo! Another running touchdown, and this time he got it himself.
Before they are released.
This guy is a fucking madman. I don't know who to give the MVP to. Fucking Fields was just making it happen. Without him, this team would not be here. And yet, this man has been running his ass off all season, putting up points.
You have the same mouth twitching as my dead girlfriend. Emmy, are you secretly a man? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way. I really don't care if people think people.
Phillips now for the end zone. And the decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. We'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need.
Were they always this bad? I just like was not aware. How did I do this before? I was only saying those 4 things because of how fast the comments were flying by. So it's your guys' fault for typing too fast. I'm gonna just deny most of these.
What?
You look so.
What the fuck did you guys all just do there?
You play Dark Souls 2? No. Give me your belly button. Is this a week vacation or is this a day? Where Dick Tone's belly button? Sorry, I won't do it again. But he did it twice. Day? Okay, he got a day. The mangoes are a reference to something else.
No way. How do you not? Yeah, there you go. Another Tampa 2. There's no way. Why are they doing that?
I don't really get why. Did I get blocked for? Did that sound weird? Or that what was just innocent?
Nice, killed him.
Harassing no breaking chat rule, okay.
Make him punt the ball. You're gonna give me one more before. Just remember, this is the Bears from this season that I play. You're gonna give me the ball. I'm gonna go get it.
That would be Tyler's title tomorrow, and no one would question anything.
David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game. And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you
I was drunk and didn't know what I was doing, but it's okay if you don't remember the band. Sorry.
in this one.
Minor
It does.
2.
That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it? That 100-yard mark. It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game.
You know what they say, if you can't control yourself while you're drunk, maybe you shouldn't drink.
16 games. Maybe we need to up that a little.
I was really just not having it today, I guess. Wow, someone decided to stream. Seriously, because of this F joke, it's a good non-aging joke. And it's true! What the fuck I need to type in chat when one of the favorite streamers going online that I didn't see for a week. Like, oh, Gianni, glad to see you. You are so good and cool. Something like that. I'm Ukraine. Only mental safe space for me is Twitch. You want me to go and watch Dota 2? Or even worse? You know what? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a year. Things have changed, but welcome back. So I think they go crazy when I get banned. Okay, the reason that I tell mods to ban these are because it makes the vibes weird. Because I'm here to be laughed at and cringed at. This is not Tinder, bro. It's weird. I'm just like, yeah. You can think what you want to think, but it's weird. If she losses, she gotta show feet. I don't even remember getting banned. However, I apologize for being weird. I was either trolling or drunk.
They'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal.
Can I mail myself to
Kick to shatter the NFL.
I apologize. Didn't know I could not make a joke about that. I'm a grumpy guy. Usually never get banned.
And that one's not gonna get there. Not enough.
What? It was an honest question. But you waited 5 minutes to ask again. Is it just me or is I really up on silence kind of useless? Oh, it's a league chatter. No one answered them? But like, doesn't it take like 2 seconds to find any of that on Google? Like if someone has one? And it's also weird because like, yes, it is an honest question. There's nothing wrong with simply being curious, but it's like, that means you're basically letting the person know that you want to see them. Do you know what I mean? It's like you Google that, but you don't ask them to their face. You know what I mean? Trophy. I'm trying to joke. Not serious at all. Haha. My won't happen again. It's old. I have mixed feelings about the big ones because, like, it is a joke. Then give him a second chance for that one. Will you be my second ex-wife? Will you, though? Yo, Lamont. Is replying at end of game of the arcade. I will want it. I saw the anime girl and just blacked out.
Oh my god, I can't believe you didn't get him there before that. Yep, just got you again to fucking 22. You ain't doing shit out here. Goodbye. Goodbye.
My bad, I was typing about the freeze I thought
Goodbye. Fucking dog.
Sorry.
That'll work. That's a good couple yards. Almost back to the 50. And now.
League of Legends. League, please play League. Just take the socks off. Dude, I'm lightheaded. I was just telling the truth and shit.
That'll do it. That is basically the end of the game right there.
I remember acting completely silly and sending my apologies. I'm sure it won't happen again. I meant it to be ironic, but forgot.
What a play, bro.
After being in the dirt, my socks and shoes are dirty. What do I do?
Oh, you're such a stud.
Go clean the dishes.
Still
On
got
my
the
mama,
first.
I never typed this shit. I don't know, I kind of believe it. I'm sorry. I matured in the past couple of weeks after my pet fish died, and I'm ready to be part of the Emerald chat again. Please unban me.
Oh my God!
I know where you live.
In the Super Bowl, the end around, bounce. She's gone. Gone.
Play that game. That game sucks. Yo, I'm new here. Next time, give me a warning first. And what do you think I'm gonna leak something? Bro, calm your balls. No, all jokes aside, I don't know what I was supposed to say that shit. I won't be doing that in the future. Okay. I feel like this is a little harsh.
We're gonna clip
It was
that.
one time.
That was a good play.
I was
And
in
we
a
love
dark
it.
mindset and said all those horrible things. Big dog.
And we love it. And like I said, that's the game. Because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come out and get one? I mean, maybe. Good luck. We're gonna just blast that. Yep, make you run that back out. Yep. Barely back to the 20s, sucker. I wouldn't even do that shit if I was you.
And Denver getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive...
Here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. Linus Tech Tips' first ever quantum processor. This quantum Z board is the first step toward a brighter future. Soon, we'll optimize everything from labs testing to vacation scheduling. We'll use machine learning and simulation to produce the most sought-after merch. It's going to be great. Okay, so Iran just admitted 4 hours before we sat down to film this that their previous statements were kind of BS. But darn it, we wrote a pretty sweet video about what this thing actually is, so I say we're going to shoot it anyway. A few weeks ago, the Iranian government announced this to the world: the first product of the quantum processing algorithm of the Imam Khomeini University of Marine Sciences and Technologies. Apparently, this Z-board from Vigilant is meant for a system to counter navigation deception and detecting surface vessels using the quantum algorithms. Well, I bought one off eBay, and it's definitely not using quantum algorithms. It's a garden variety FPGA board. No quantum bits or qubits, no atom trapping lasers, no cryogenic low noise amplifiers. But that doesn't mean it isn't cool. So just what the heck is this Z-board? And what other nonsense has come out of Iran over the years? Oh, and who's today's sponsor? Origin PC. Need a new battle station? Save big this month with $225 off desktops, an additional $100 off with the purchase of a monitor, and free US ground shipping. Learn more using the link down below. Alright, we already know what the Z-board isn't, so why don't we change gears and talk about what
hammered.
It's a low-cost development board for the Xilinx Zinc 7000 APSoC, or all-programmable system-on-a-chip. It's got a dual-core ARM Cortex-A9 processor, gigabit LAN, 512 gigs of DDR3 SD RAM, and SD card slot for storage, along with onboard audio.
Are you guys ever going to get into it?
OLED screen. Now, looking at this board can be a little confusing to say the least, especially if you're only familiar with a typical PC motherboard. Buttons and dip switches and LEDs, all of which are controlled via programmable logic, or PL. Want to physically turn your audio on or off, or enable a block of code with the flip of a switch? You program that into one of the buttons or switches and you're good to go, at least provided the code works. But why is this thing so expensive? Did I mention that this costs almost $600 for a dual-core A9 with DDR3? Like, what? Okay, well, the A9 cores aren't the only logic processing on this board.
Oh, you guys should have intercepted that.
that's super cool. FPGA stands for Field Programmable Gate Array.
We're not getting back in the game. They're giving the ball back to me. The game was over already.
Except that instead of baking the configuration of the transistors in at the time of manufacturing, they can actually be reconfigured in the field.
You want one, Pettis?
This allows you to use one
Let's go for it right now,
hardware
buddy.
for as many functions as you can program and load onto it. So
Let's go for it right now, buddy.
And you group them into
I'm gonna try to get you, Pettis.
IP cores. The more cells you have, the more capable your board is, performing operations like Ethernet packet inspection or video processing. See this heat spreader right here? Underneath it is our Zinc 7000 APSoC.
I'm gonna try to get you one, Pettis!
Series 7
That's a good ass ball.
But while that might sound like a lot, AMD just released the Versal Premium VP1902
Frankly, that's
FPGA-based
fucking sick
adaptive
ass.
SoC with 18.5 million LCs that's meant for prototyping and emulation. More on that later. Coming back to the Z board that Iran showed off, the reason it's so weak is because, well, it isn't even new. The Zinc 7000 SoC family was introduced in March 2011, and the Z board followed a year later in August of 2012, just a few short months before the world was supposed to. And while I'm sure that someone, somewhere, can use it for some part of the chain, I don't know, maybe to monitor the thermostat of your quantum computer, the coldest place in the known universe. Realistically, this is a basic dev board that's meant for people wanting to try out FPGA or prototype a very basic ASIC before they move to mass production. Actually, on that subject, let's come back to one of the big use cases that I mentioned before, emulation. A major advantage of FPGA is that while it costs more on a per unit basis, it is much cheaper up front than doing a mass production run of a fully baked ASIC. So a major advantage of FPGA is that if you have a niche use case, you can actually use, it's powerful, an FPGA to replicate the hardware of another system. So, let's say you want to run some software that was built for an Apple II, or an NES or Sega Genesis. Because those devices were so simple compared to modern computers and consoles, with some know-how,
You're just letting him do it. You're just letting him show himself.
To behave exactly like the original hardware components of that old computer or console. I mean, it wasn't always as easy as buying a DE10 Nano kit FPGA.
You just got in there, baby. He said, I'm getting in again.
To get there, programmers had to visually inspect integrated circuits, which often involved removing the top layer of the chip, photographing and mapping the die layout, then writing the core via hardware description language or HDL.
Yeah, and you just need to let him know
sounds like a lot of work.
Who owns that field? Who owns the field? Who is the motherfucker?
Or just running on a computer.
Who's running all over these people?
Any misbehavior or latency
Who is
that
it?
can be introduced via emulation. For those of you who are new to emulation, basically it allows you to use
Wait a minute, he's already got more than
processing
28.
power that we have today to interpret code on a software level within an operating system like Linux or Windows. It's really cool, but there are inherent disadvantages, and by going straight to hardware, you're cutting out the middleman, and you're convincing that game or that software that you want to run that it is actually running on the original machine it was built for. That is really cool, and our Z board here is pretty similar to the DE10 Nano. For example, they're both using Cortex A9 ARM SoCs and DDR3 memory. There's just nothing quantum about either of them. Iran's follow-up statement to the world was that it was all a misunderstanding. Of course they know there's no quantum processor on board. Their media just goofed. You guys, all these fooling around.
Second and inches, you didn't even get to that.
You know, like they say, I ran, but maybe they walked. Anywho, with all of that said, it's not actually impossible that Iran
Just swarming, baby. You may stop one, but the other one's coming. You better not break apart.
But for it to interpret anything using quantum algorithms, it would need a quantum circuit or processor. If you want to learn more about
Oh my god!
we've actually got a whole video where
You
I
are
visited a
done,
local quantum
bitch.
computing company, Diva. But the short version is that a regular computer uses bit states of 1 or 0, while a quantum computer...
People may not think that my defense played well, because that opening drive where they drove all the way down the field and I gave up 3.
But
look at my defense. They gave up 3 points all game. They gave up 3 points all game. Then don't break, and then they just fucking get better.
Somewhere between those states. That's called a
they just get better.
To help stop decoherence, or the loss of information from the quantum computer into the environment, you need to keep the quantum processor as close to absolute zero as possible. Something that currently requires a ton of energy.
You can go for that 4th and 1.
Energy and infrastructure that the Z-board clearly does not need. But you know what you need? The new waffle hoodie.
You ain't got nothing. We might even give you one, so I can go back out there.
So, with all that cleared up, I think the best part of all of this is that this is far from the first time that Iran has pulled a silly stuff like this. Around the same time as this, they have failed Fata.
Got you! Got you with that blitz! I literally just took you out. Run away! Run away, you little bitch!
And
I just took you.
Incredible maneuverability that totally beat up your dad. Or sorry, I mean, defeat any current.
A, you don't go for it on me, and B, look at my team that you guys doubted. Oh my god, they just went out there and did it. They just went out there and fucking got that.
Watchers are sort of wondering if this is actually
Then don't break.
Then, just a few months ago, an Iranian professor told the world that the Python Universal Software and Python Global Network could be used to predict the future. I hate to break it to you, but the only future prediction you'll be doing with Python is that we will see some data analysis and task automation written with Python. It actually gets better. An Iranian scientist claims to have invented a time machine. The Arya, time-traveling machine, to be precise. Now, in fairness, Iranian government officials were quick to dismiss that guy and state that no such time machine exists, but he was the managing director of Iran's Center for Strategic Inventions at the time, not some random crack farm. And it doesn't end there. During the recent pandemic, Iran tried telling the world that they had a handheld COVID detection device that used magnetic waves. Turns out that that one looked less like an FPGA board from eBay and more like a bogus bomb detector that was sold by British scam artists over a decade ago. Iranian scientists actually distanced themselves from that one, and the Iranian Health Ministry refused to license it. Unfortunately, this seems to be the kind of thing that happens when your country undergoes a massive brain drain. Someone, or some form of government, gains control, often a dictatorship, but not always.
Oh my god.
And a lot of your citizens leave for greener pastures. Typically, the ones who are trained professionals with the education and the money to do so. Between 2010 and 2020, Iran saw roughly 500,000 people emigrate, which doesn't
Interception.
sound that bad.
INT, and I did get another one. INT. And you talked about my defense. My defense held them to 3, and they put up 6. My defense held them to 3. We put up 6 on D. We beat that team just on defense alone. That's how good you are on defense. They may talk about my quarterback. They may talk about my running back. They may talk about my 1,000 yards. And that shit matters. But look at you boys on defense. You motherfuckers held them down. You held them down, you beat them down, and you went out there and won that championship regardless of anything else that happened. You guys won that. Unbelievable play. Unbelievable. You are fucking rock stars. You're badasses. Look at you running those motherfuckers off. 6-3.
I know that's a lot of stuff, but Micro Center is there to take care of you guys. So check them out at the link below to learn more about the offers they've got running. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out the D-Wave video from a few years ago. It was so cool that I would describe it as like point
If you want to maximize your muscle growth, you should follow these pages.
But and a couple days ago, I asked you guys to send me your.
Just a yard pass there to the 21.
What is up, everyone? TGI Wed Show.
What? Oh.
Hello, LLD. Do you guys ever miss 5 Hour Land? It was great.
We loaded it and it's still here. I definitely replied to it. No, the land show did not get held up because of that.
No, I replied to it.
Oh my god, I think the dashboard is quite broken. I'm more disposable, whereas Z is all about being as sold. There's like no idea where the these are. Hi, DLL. In a world where fake reviews or satisfaction are being paid or cherry-picked for an ongoing basis, what is the solution to get credible, independent reviews that can be trusted?
No. And suck on the dick. I beat you 35-3. All my defense put it on you. All my defense put it on you.
Like, we could have just made money hand over fist doing our, doing unboxings or, sponsored videos or whatever, but I just don't really see another solution other than just
Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they? Nope. That lasts forever. So good to see.
It's just like moving as more time zones wake up.
You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders.
Oh, wait, I can't.
And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Thank you from
Thank
Germany.
you, thank you,
You
thank
are
you.
talking about
That's one in the books. Now let's see where they go.
Are you thinking of
Can I
hiring
get them
more
some money,
or
please?
organizing?
Can I get them some money? They won the Super Bowl. Can I get an extension on my contract? Bro, I won the Super Bowl. You need 4 games out of me. 5 games, 7 games. I don't know what it was, but I fucking jacked everyone up. Skip to the end. Skip to my.
Hey guys, have you possibly considered hiring
Stand up,
writers
sit
to
down,
review
fight,
video
fight,
games
fight.
for your new channel, Game Linked?
I don't know.
Nope, it's a news.
2 players upgraded. Let's go.
Game reviews are
Advanced
saturated.
pick.
Are saturated
Contract
space, and I
extended.
have no
Cool.
interest in throwing my hat into that
For
ring.
shit, I won the Super Bowl. You think? What
Hi,
are you
DLL.
gonna do?
I
Fire me after
patiently
winning the
waiting
Super
all evening
Bowl?
for the show to
Not
start.
extend my
Welcome.
contract?
Speaking of fear, how do the ladies feel about modeling underwear for a channel where men are in the majority? Yeah, thank you. My dad and I were the guys who were watching filming the gaming fan video.
Oh, sup?
We flew in from Switzerland. Big fan.
Oh, cool. Hope you enjoy your stay in PC. Sorry, we were, as you noticed, many hours late for WAN shows. It's not like we could take any time. And to be clear, if people show up at the office, you will not meet anyone. That is not the time. If you want to meet people, go to LTX.
Luke, have you ever had an interaction with anyone that you wish you didn't?
Yes. I am certain that at some point in my life I have had an interaction with someone that I wish I did not. Regarding fans, which I think, I'm assuming this is what they're talking about. Not really. I don't think so.
No, it's been pretty okay.
It's been pretty chill.
Our community's pretty good overall.
Yeah.
Awkward,
Yeah, but I don't mind that.
but good.
Man, if that bothers you and you're into tech and computers and stuff, you're probably in the wrong space.
Yeah.
Like,
You should go get into
gotta
like
get over it.
a cool space like music
Yeah.
or something.
Cool bro space, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's I don't know. Yeah, doesn't bother me. Everyone's pretty cool. Yeah.
Hey guys, I watch every week. Your PJ pants are my absolute favorite. Any chance of PJ shorts made with the same materials now that summer's coming up? I replied to that one.
So there has been immense amount of work and immense amount of challenge, and that has not been a problem. And the vast majority of people that have joined the team have risen to the challenge and developed very substantially over time, and I'm very proud of everyone on the team.
Any way for the LTT store to show Canadian prices while shopping from Canada?
No, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say
There you
maybe,
go.
but I guess not.
Maybe sometime, but
like it's technically possible, but there's like some issues with it and weird thing. Just no, sorry. I'm sure as a Canadian you are very used to doing currency conversions, so we will just be another one of those.
Is there ever going to be an LTX in Europe? No.
I should have clarified. Yes, it is entirely possible. We're not doing it though because of various issues. There we go.
Don't forget to sign your replies. Hey, Linus and crew, I'm just found out I'm having twins. Has there been any new baby, toddler, or kid tech that has released or been announced that has gotten your interest? Nope. It's so great. Now that I don't have babies, I don't care anymore. It's like your whole world is like stuff to do with my baby or for my baby or to my baby. And then your baby becomes a little mini human and actually is interesting and fun. And then you go, wow, this is so much better. And then you never think about it again. That's great. Can you tell I'm one of those people that's not nostalgic for the baby phase? Not even a little. What tech products would you recommend for a, oh, here we go again, newborn? Yeah, bouncy chair or Bluetooth crib.
I lost my fucking running back.
They aren't going to remember any of that. They will remember literally nothing. The only things that you should do other than feed, interact with, and, you know, change their diaper or whatever is whatever makes you happy. Like, they don't know any of that stuff. They're not going to remember, like, you know, some tech, like, what?
Thank you for the more expensive Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're babies. They don't know nothing. Hi from Down Under. Been wanting to order for a while, but shipping is very expensive, so thank you. Trust me, I know. Have you ever considered what the montage is going to look like at your retirement party?
Oh no, I'd rather figure out when I die.
Just bring up the LTG 24/7 stream.
I actually think my death montage would be better. I'd want it to be like the best. It would have an ad break. We know it. I kind of feel like I'd want to retire kind of quiet. Like, if I'm retiring, it's because I'm done.
I don't think you would.
Retire?
I think you're wrong, actually. No. I mean, I find that to be a bit of a stretch. I suspect if you retired, you would retire into
1 o'clock. I need to go to bed. Stop streaming,
there's two
huh?
potential outcomes.
Let's stop
Either I
the
retire
stream.
because I'm still at the top of my